So what we have here is a case Copperlock in burnt indigo. Now I showed this knife. If you haven't seen the video, I'll post it here on the screen right now. Go over and watch that first. Case Knives hooked me up. I did an awesome unboxing. They sent me 4 fantastic knives. One of them was this. This is a case Copperlock in burnt indigo. So burnt indigo is that color there. You notice it's very unique. If you want the specific model number, here it is. So that's 61549 WL and SS, meaning stainless steel. One thing that's really interesting about this knife, if you haven't seen it in the unboxing, is that it has a Wharncliffe blade. Now I'm not one, I don't tend to like doing reviews a day or so after I get a knife. To me that's pointless. I need some time, I need to use it and see what I really like about it and what I don't like about it. So I've carried this knife a lot, probably more than any other of the 4 knives that came in that box, and I've just fallen in love with it. The color I really like. I know it's something really different. Few people haven't really liked it. It's kind of well, it's just different. It's unique. It's kind of got a little bit of green, yellowish bone mixed in with the navy blue. So I get that it's a bit different, something unique, but I really love it. It's got so many tasty little features. If you notice, so you have that steel. You notice the shiny steel, without getting too technical with terms, the shiny steel that runs down the center here, but notice the brass liners that line those scales. Just awesome. I absolutely love it. That bone is jigged, and then you can see it's not quite as polished now. It's scratched up a little bit. A couple minutes to rub it on the strap with a bit of compound, and that'll look just like it came from factory. But it's just beautiful. Notice that brass that is lining there. It's these little things in these case knives. It's like you never fully see everything. Each time you pick it up, it's just surprises you. One thing I'm really loving, and I'm really loving this knife, I'll just say, I love the lock feature. It's a beautiful locking system. Locks up really tight and feels secure. I tell you the biggest thing I'm liking, which is probably what catches most people off guard, is this Wharncliffe blade. Most cases, the people that don't like this knife don't get this shape. They're not feeling it. They don't like the way it looks. They can't imagine it being very handy. And I can't share that experience. And I'll tell you why. If you look at your traditional utility knife style blade, you notice that it's a straight edge with this sharp angle here. So there's no rounding, there's no sweep to the belly. And it's a utility blade. That's what it's for, and it's designed that way probably because it makes a really efficient do-all knife. And that's exactly what I found with this. That straight edge, it's not as good for some jobs, but for most EDC tasks, I find this straight edge and this point like this to be excellent. You've got a super fine point here, comes to a really thin point for hooking or picking at anything. It's great for that. Hooking knots in ropes and things like that is really nice. And I tell you, a use I found it fantastic for. I constantly have been using it for my leatherworking, because you got a little bit of thickness there, so it's a nice solid knife. It feels great in the hand. You've got that fine point, so it works great for cutting angles and curves and stuff. But that straight edge just works so well for leatherworking. Just cuts the leather. And a knife with a sweep, in the belly like that is no good for leatherworking, because you got to have the knife too steep to get that point cutting. But with this, you can have it nice and shallow, you still have that point cutting. So I really love that. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this really cool knife, tell you how much I'm loving it. I really encourage you. It's not too bad priced. Really encourage you to get one yourself, and I think you'll love it. Like I said, this blade for utility tasks works so well. One thing I find it doesn't work as well at is I've used it in almost every way I can think of now. I just use it for everything. It's not the best in the kitchen, using on the cutting board, because it has no belly, so it makes very little contact with the board. And if you notice, when you sit it down like this, that blade doesn't actually touch the board, so you can't actually use it like for cooking like that. Now it works great for dicing apples or carrots or something like that, but for a lot of tasks in the kitchen where you want that blade contacting the board, it's not the best for that, but great for most other utility tasks. Thanks for watching. Wanted to put this out there because I've had a hard time finding some good content, some good footage showing what this blade is all about. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Go check out Case Knives. Thank you so much, Case, for supporting the channel. We'll see you in the next one.